Alright, so somebody grab,
You want me to grab on?
you grab some scriptures on salvation. Like deliverance, if you like, how shot coming back, being standing before the elected four corners of the earth, with the solid lives, right now, I need to, I'm telling you that, I think it's New Testament is, and I need that John where it says long time ago. I got two.
Also turn on your comments.
This will start lighting up as weeks go on.
Yeah. All right. Everybody.
Shalom.
Shalom, brothers.
Hey, we're the Hebrew Israelites coming out here to prophesy the downfall of America. All right, in the scripture referred to as Babylon. All right, also to tell our people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, that you are the chosen people of the Lord. All right, the true Jews from the 12 tribes of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, and we also come in here to let you heathens know, start with the so-called white man referred to as Esau in the Bible, on down, that you will be subject unto us and the kingdom come as slaves and handmaids. God, before that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and that taught us this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting his work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you we say shalom.
Shalom, brethren, Akim and Akwaf on the comment boards. You know, Lord willing, we pray that everything we speak as the oracles of the Habashim Yahushua, and everything we say is edifying. All right?
Sorry with that. This is Romans 13:11. In that, knowing the times, that is now is a high time to wake up out of sleep. For now it's our salvation therein that we believe.
Yep, so it's a high time to wake up out of sleep. All right, what did Drake and Future say in their song, man? What a time to be alive, man. It's a great time to be alive. Because what? We're witnessing the downfall of an empire. You know, you've read about it, the downfall of Rome, the downfall of all these different great kingdoms, Babylon, Egypt. Well, now you people actually get to witness the downfall of a great empire, man. Probably the greatest empire ever erected on the earth, man. So you're getting to witness the downfall of that kingdom. But for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the downfall of this empire is the ushering and upcoming of your empire, man. Because your empire, your kingdom is going to be established forever, man. All right, so contrary to what you hear in the Christian church, and the Catholic church, and all these different religions, hey, the kingdom of heaven and the new rulership to come is going to be here on earth, man. All right, it's just that life is going to be completely changed, man. Look right side up, man. All right, you're going to be the king. You're going to be the princess. You're going to be the princes and the princesses, man. All right, so it's a high time to wake up out of sleep because we're witnessing the downfall of America. We're watching the wickedness show and reign at its all-time high. Wickedness has reached its climax, man. And once it gets to the highest point, what happens with the story, right? It starts off in the beginning, and then go ahead and the plot goes up to the highest point, which is the climax, and then it starts to come down to the end. And that's what we're watching with America, man. We're watching the end of America, and it's going to usher in our kingdom, man. It's a high time to wake up out of sleep. All right? And the importance of what's going to come is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to come, and what is Yahweh Shai? He that delivers. All right? His name is a nomen omen. He's coming to do exactly what he's done. And why? He's coming to do two things: destroy America and all the lands in this place, and to redeem and bring salvation to Israel. We're going to go into an account, and we're going to go into
When I'm telling them to get nervous thy way real quick.
It's Matthew 7, starting at 13. It says, enter ye enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Man, what is that straight gate, man? Hey, that straight gate. All right, it's not really talking about straight as in position or direction. That straight is going into the word dangerous, difficult, man. Very difficult and very challenging. That gate is a path that is going to challenge you and test you at all sides. You have to be willing to endure that hardness because of the social. You got to fight, you know? You actually got to really fight, man. Every single day we're at war against evil spirits, demonic wickedness, witchcraft, temptation, even our own people who want to come up against us because what? Even Yahweh Shah's people came up against him, right? Even when they was 12, Judas Iscariot, man, betrayed him, and he ain't come up to the notorious what? 30 seconds of sugar, man. A little piece of change, man. Pocket change.
And also to add on to that, look what the disciples went through. You know, look at the persecution of the disciples. Look at the persecution of Yahweh Shah. This thing isn't supposed to be easy, man. But the Lord also told us to gird ourselves up and be good soldiers, man. And understand what is a soldier must understand by being a soldier, that he might have to die. All right? You know?
And another reason why it's the straight gate and it's difficult is because we're in a wicked world, we're in a wicked society. The scriptures is perfect. So when you're trying to live perfectly and upright in a wicked world, it's going to be difficult, man. We don't fit in with the ways of this world. We don't participate in the things that these people participate in. We have to refrain ourselves from our friends and our family because they don't live on the same things that we live on. They don't follow the same rules and standards that we abide by, man. So that's why it's difficult. We didn't have to die to the world to live for the Lord.
Hey, the thing about it is, there's an old saying, right? A soldier that dies for his master or his lord, right? It's honorable. But a lord or a master that die for his soldiers or his servants, that's an admiration that's greater than all. And what did Yahweh Shah do? He died for his people. So we ought to be willing to what? Us laying our lives down for Yahweh Shah is nothing, man. Nothing. Because ultimately, it's not death.
Get that real quick. Those who yeah. Get it real quick. You already read it.
Revelations 2:10.
No, not that one. Get the one in when Yahweh Shah spoke.
Got any questions, brother?
What? No. Back in Matthew when Yahweh Shah is those who try to save their lives.
So like that's like
that's like
you must have some kind of question. Stop up there. Something about us.
6, 7.
Stop.
No. That's a good one too.
Okay, well, you know who we are?
I like routines.
What we do, what they are. Okay, well, we are Hebrew Israelites. All right, we're out here to tell our people who they are. So our that jump food,
that's on food.
our people are the so-called Black Centennial Native Americans, and ultimately it just goes to the bloodline of the Israelites all the way back to Abraham. Are you familiar with the Bible? Okay. You Muslim? Okay. Now, why are you Muslim?
Yeah, start there.
But I'm saying, like, why are you Muslim? Are you Muslim because that's what your family does? Is that something that I was going Muslim? Okay, fair enough. So basically, you were taught Islam. That's all you know. Now, what if I told you that Islam is not your religion? What if I told you you actually have a true religion? You have a true God and a true heritage, and it's not the Quran. It's not Islam.
Go on, brothers.
I will have to agree with that. Okay. And I believe in the Lord. And I know that Abraham recognized him to be
Okay.
I mean,
But there was men.
I can actually disagree because I believe in that.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, brother. To become Muslim, is there any change that must take place? Okay, so what changes have you taken? What changes in your life have you taken to become Muslim? What changes have you made? Because
I stopped doing a lot of wrong and started doing a lot of right.
Okay.
And that's a big change for me. Okay.
Okay. All right. So one thing that I've, and this is all respectfully, I'm going to say, one thing I've learned about Muslims, especially black Muslims, so-called black Muslims, because you're not really black, you're brown. All right. One thing I learned about Muslims is they don't change anything when they become Muslim. They're still out there gang banging, raping, robbing.
The most I see is it's not that important.
Yeah, but listen. The difference is this. Now, if your God Allah accepted that, if your God Allah was the true God, He would not accept any of the fuckery. And I'm saying fuckery because we're men, and as a man, you should be able to change your ways for the better, right? Islam is not requiring you to change. They say it is, but you're not renewed, brother. You look either inebriated in some kind of way, whether it's drugs or alcohol. But the God we serve tells us that before we can even come to the altar, we must do a few things. We must forgive those who have done things unto us, and we must put off the old man and change and be renewed in our mind. We cannot you can't come forward if we're not ready to come forward. Islam, I know a lot of brothers in Philadelphia that's all in Islam, and I don't see a single change. They still was niggas in the world, and they still niggas now. Killing each other, driving, selling drugs, on the corners, soliciting and everything. But when you come to serve the true power, you gotta renew your mind, body, and spirit to be able to do so. So you tell me. So you tell me, if you're truly serving the right power, why hasn't there been any change in your life?
Some very important.
Okay.
Those things was murder right there, and brothers don't even know. I know it's sad.
Oh, we know.
It's sad. I retaliated with the chicken.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He said, after the fuck, you have to chicken.
Speak plainly, brother. Speak plainly. We men up here.
That's the same,
Okay, that's the one.
I already know the no for it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, still
All right, so why is it so
and that's what they always doing.
Exactly.
But see, like, this is what the prayer is for. You know, I don't know for my sin. This is for my sin. From one week to the next, from Friday to Friday. That's what we do with children on Friday. And none of that means nothing if you off that you don't get that 5 in every day. It's all about that 5.
Okay. So listen. I say, look, but our Father, we worship true power, right? We don't worship Allah just means power. Wow. We worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh. The word Allah is the Hebrew word for power, right? Our power tell us to stay away from vain repetition. So that's those 5 prayers that you're doing.
There was vain talk. Y'all see repetition.
Vain repetition. So prayer is vain repetition. So you can pray 5 times a day, but if you're not changing any of your actions after you say it,
It's all about
then it's no point.
Yeah. My brother told me a lot. He said, you know, all this Quran, but you don't apply it.
You want to know why our people don't apply it? Because it's not religion. Because if you were following the law, statutes, and commandments of the true power, your power, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, you would change a lot because the Lord requires change. You can't just come to the altar and sacrifice the fools.
Well, let me tell you this, right? So let's dive a little. Let's dive a little deeper into it.
Let me text it my phone. Where you at?
Hey, look,
Right
man.
there.
Hey, look, no, just get that on Matthew 6 real quick, 'cause I was gonna get into that. I want to.
White and all that.
Bro, but look, but look,
Oh, yeah.
but look, the wicked flee with no man pursue. The brother,
coming back, bro.
We're gonna have mercy. We're gonna have mercy on our brethren because we want Yahweh Shem Shai to have mercy on us. But at the end of the day, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and they don't even want to seek knowledge, man. They don't have patience to even do so. But we were gonna hit him with the Matthew 6. This is one thing that Muslims always do, right? And then go ahead.
It's Matthew 6 and 5. It says, and when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are.
And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites. Go ahead.
It says, I'm going to hit it
Oh,
again.
matter of fact, brother, I want you to listen to this. So tell me this. The God of your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because you come from the line of Jacob, you're an Israelite, not an Ishmaelite.
So do you know? Let's dive into that
Before we get into that.
Do you know? And this ties back to the question I asked you in the beginning.
Yeah,
I
I was
said, what if I
talking
told you that Islam was not your religion? And it's not, because it's the religion of the Arabs. All right, because the Arabs go back to Ishmael, who is one of the sons of Abraham. Abraham had two sons. The first son, but he was the son of a heathen woman. He wasn't the son of the promise. So Ishmael himself means heard of the Most High, right? So Ishmael's religion, and the thing about it is when you talk to these Arabs, they actually know that they come from Ishmael. And believe it or
And
not,
they also call you the sons of Jacob.
they call you the sons of Jacob, and they don't respect you and acknowledge you as a true Muslim because they know that that's not your religion.
Well, you know why? Because they know
They know it's not your religion. Because they are
racist.
They are.
They know who you are.
They know who you.
Y'all remember the brother we met over there?
Yeah,
We knew who he
we
was.
met a real Arab, and we had a whole conversation with him. He actually gave us a time of day. Real Arab. He knows that his family, it was taught that they go back to Ishmael, and he knows. He said, "Yo, Islam is not your religion. The Bible is your religion, if you want to call it religion. All right, this is your way of life. Contrary to what you believe, the Bible is a history book. The Bible is a book of history, laws, prophecies, and just knowledge. It was written for your people, about your people, from or by your people. So your ancestors wrote the Bible, not the so-called white man, not the so-called
For us, by us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we still dealing.
Right now.
How you doing? Oh, okay. Guess what? That's the spirit of the Lord. Where you from? Palestine.
Wow.
Guess what? Look how that works.
That's
So,
you're Muslim, brother.
He's a Muslim.
You're Muslim.
Okay, so he's a Muslim.
That's a real Muslim.
That's a Muslim because that's his heritage, that's his culture, and that's his religion.
I'm a real Muslim too. but
No,
I was
you're not.
born Muslim.
Hey brother. Is that a real Muslim?
By culture,
Yeah,
by
yeah,
culture. Islam.
I can't.
Culture.
No, he can't.
Culture, no.
Culturally, no.
Say it again.
Culture.
Culturally,
No.
no. You're not.
Culturally,
They know who their people are.
they know who their people are. All right, look.
Spiritually,
But Muslim, everyone can be a Muslim.
I mean, I never because. Oh wait. Let's make. What does the word
not
Muslim mean?
the color has nothing
What
to do
does
with
Muslim
religion.
mean?
Muslim is to respect everyone. That's the point.
No. That's principles of Muslim. What is
Muslim means one who submits to the will of Allah.
one who submits to the will of the Most High, right? That's what it means, right? But guess what?
But we
They were given. I apologize. They were given, right, a blessing to have many princes, right? The children of Israel were given the blessing of the kingdom of heaven and to have many kings. Ishmael, they are descendants of Ishmael.
They're like our
you're
uncle, our cousin.
cousins. You are a descendant of Jacob. That is their religion.
you don't believe in
He's divine.
Believe in Yahweh.
But like,
But we know why. But we know why he doesn't believe in Isa, because Isa didn't come for his people.
I believe in Isa.
that's
But I
part
mean,
of our.
you don't
That's
believe in
part of our
Isa.
purpose of faith.
You-
Like, you believe in all the
you believe he was
prophets.
a- You believe he was a prophet. We
A
believe he was the
prophet,
son
not
of
the
man.
son of God. A
There's a
prophet.
reason why Islam is
We believe
close
Jesus-
to
Isa-
the
Isa was
religion
the
of the Bible.
prophet, not the
And
son
the
of
reason
God.
why is because Islam is the religion of
Matter of fact,
Ishmael.
get it.
You know about Ishmael?
No.
Ishmael's not a prophet.
Genesis, Galatians. Come on, I'm gonna let you take this one too.
Which prophecy has Ishmael?
I don't know too much about the Bible, but I know a lot of Quran.
Watch the camera, brother.
Like just as much as they do. And they from over there.
Ibrahim, Ismail, and then Muhammad.
No, that's them.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
them.
I
That's
can
them.
respect that. I can respect that. I
All
can
right, so
respect
no,
that.
look,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna prove.
You're a real Muslim.
We're gonna prove. We're gonna prove.
Yeah, 3.
Okay,
The only ones that's not a real Muslim.
So no,
is
so
the
listen,
hypocrites.
brother, we're gonna prove. Too bad the real Muslim has to leave. But we're gonna prove the differences between Ishmael's seed and Jacob's
Oh,
seed.
you said Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis.
3 and 16.
We're gonna prove the difference.
Four,
The seed of
four
promise
going into
versus the seed of
going into.
Because your people, you come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So why try to? If I told you you had an inheritance,
That's it
right?
right there, yup.
You had an inheritance. Your inheritance
this is
was
beautiful.
billions of dollars, billions of
bring
dollars,
that
whatever.
first. Bring that
All
first.
you had to do was come and claim yourself, right? Claim your inheritance. Why are you coming under another name, under another religion, and you're not going to be able to receive your inheritance?
I was born with that.
Man, you were born in Islam. That's cool. You know what I mean? A lot of us were born into Christian, different type of
No,
things.
bro.
A lot of people that was born that name John, Joe, you know what I mean? They take their shahada and they become Abdullah or something.
Okay, that's fine.
I was born with Jamal. My name is Jamal.
All
That's the
right. So brother, this is what we're gonna do for you. We're gonna show you the differences between Ishmael and the sons of Jacob. You are a son of Jacob. You were not a son of Ishmael, and you don't want to be a son of Ishmael because they were only given riches upon the earth. What the sons of Jacob are going to inherit is the kingdom of heaven.
So
And
how do I know I'm
we're going to show you. We're going to show you. We're going to show you. Go ahead.
That's what I'm talking
Hey, brother,
about.
we're going to show you.
I mean, you just said you was a Muslim spiritually, right?
Everybody
We want to
Israelites
Israelites
Bible.
Hey, actually, let Monty take this one.
You can learn something every day. That's what I'm
Just let us know what you need.
Power.
I'm gonna let you take it.
Yeah, bring get a. You got that?
I got 28.
No,
Hey, look, hey, brother,
Back
listen.
off of this one. What
All right.
is 16?
Okay. Hey, brother, I need you to really listen up. So we're going to give you the differences of bloodlines, all right? You're a son of Jacob. You're from Yasharallah. You're an Israelite, not an Arab. You're an Israelite, not an Arab. That is not your religion. That is not your culture. That is not where you're supposed to be. That's why real Arabs do not respect you.
No, it's not my
They won't
culture,
even let
but it's my religion.
Listen, I hear you, but they won't even let you marry their daughters because they know you are not of their bloodline, and we're going to prove it. All right, go ahead. I get that.
This is the book of Galatians 3.
Listen, brother.
It's the book of Galatians 3 and 16. It says, now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He saith not, and to seeds as of many, but
listen.
as of one.
So look, seeds. So Abraham and his seeds, meaning his bloodlines that come from him. All right, go ahead.
It says, and to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Christ.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
It says, and this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before Yahweh in Christ, Hamashiach, the law, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul, that it should make the promise of none effect.
So who was given the law?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm asking, brother, who was given the law? What group of people was given the law?
We go. Jacob.
Jacob,
Yeah,
exactly.
very
Jacob
true.
was given the law.
Right.
So according to the scripture, Jacob was given the law, meaning they're getting the promises. All right, just read it right here. Right? Did Ishmael get the law? No, he didn't. So the Lord is speaking about one group of people. All right, keep going.
Galatians
Listen, brother.
3 and 18. For if the inheritance be of the law, it is no more of promise, but Yahweh gave it to Abraham by promise.
By promise. So because the Lord came to Abraham and said, through you, your seed line is going to be blessed forever. You're going to get the promises through your seed line. Now, mind you, yes, Ishmael came from Abraham as well, right? Ishmael came from Abraham as well, but Ishmael's bloodline wasn't the seed of promise. Ishmael's bloodline was given a blessing, though. Go ahead.
All right, it's the next chapter. It's Galatians 4 and 22.
Now listen up, brother.
It says, for it is written that Abraham had two sons.
Two sons. Here we go. This is the distinctions between the two bloodlines. Remember this. Distinction between two bloodlines. Go ahead.
The one by a bondmaid,
The one by a bondmaid, which was Hagar, right? Hagar
Ishmael's
was
mother,
Ishmael's mother. All right, go ahead.
and the other by a free woman.
Free woman, which was Sarah. His brother probably don't know.
They
It's cool.
tell
So
a
look.
story about the Monarbo.
And
And Sarah was from the same.
listen. So we gotta We got a seed line from a bondmaid, a slave woman. A slave woman had a seed, right? His name was Ishmael. And then there was a blessed child that came from the same bloodline from Sarah, which was what? That was who? Isaac. So you got Ishmael and Isaac, the two bloodlines where Ishmael created I got you. I know you're going to get it, brother. Ishmael seed line, Isaac seed line. All right, go ahead.
It's verse 23, Galatians 4 and 23. It says, but he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh. But he,
That's like, no, keep reading.
it says, but he of the free woman was by the promise.
So there was a child that was born after the flesh, right? And that was Ishmael. And then there was a child that was born after the promise. Because remember, when we first started, the Most High made a promise unto Abraham that his bloodline, or he will be the father of many what? Kings, of a great generation of people, right? But guess what? One was of the flesh and the other was of the promise. Who was of the flesh? Ishmael. And who was of the...
Hey, and that's funny too because Ishmael was blessed with many princes, right? Ishmael was blessed with many princes on the earth. And what? If you go over to Arab there, to the United Arab Emirates,
No. He's talking about the bloodline. They have nothing but sheiks, which are princes. Prince this, Abu Dhabi, prince that, prince that. They have many princes.
But Abraham's seed is going to bear many kings, man, through Isaac, many kings.
God. So, I mean, the brother walked off, but we're going to keep edification's sake. Go ahead. So look, go ahead, brother.
Genesis 17, and I'll bring it back and come back. Genesis 17, starting at I'm gonna start at 16, and I will bless her. No, it's 15. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said unto Abraham, as for Sarah thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarah, Sarai, but Sarah. Shall her name be. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yeah, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her.
So Ishmael was given the blessing of many princes, but the seed of the promise through Sarah, from Sarai kings to Sarah, was basically given the blessing of many nations and many kings that come from her womb. All right, go ahead.
Verse 18. And Abraham said unto Yahweh, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
See? So look, the seed of Ishmael and the seed of Isaac. Isaac was given the blessing of the covenants for generation to generation, for everlasting. The Lord has never forsaken this bloodline. So you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that want to be part of the nation of Ishmael, you were only given a blessing upon the earth, but the covenants were given to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and therefore on. Why not be part of the actual covenant and bloodline that you were assigned to? Because it's far greater than anything that's upon the face of the earth, man. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
And I will make him a great nation. And this is what you see right now over in Saudi Arabia and all the other Ishmaelite countries. You notice that they have all the oil fields, they have billions and billions. Look how much they're signing they're giving a 1-year contract for $1 billion. Because money to them is nothing. This is the blessing that the Lord gave Ishmael. But guess what? That's all they're getting. Their blessing is on this side, on earth. The Lord told us in Matthew, lay yourself treasures up in the heavens, where moth and rust do not corrupt. That is only given unto who? The seed of what? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We have an eternal glory. We got the covenants and the blessings. Right. So why are people so caught up in strongholds that are going to just lead them to death? All right,
Go ahead. This is verse. It's Genesis 17. Oh, Salakia. Okay, so this is I'm gonna jump around and get back on. Genesis 17.
Actually, look, man, for
You know what?
edification, you're going to have to read it again to the brother.
Yep. Genesis 17.
Because you walked off while we were in the middle of reading, so we wanted to give you
This
an
is beautiful.
understanding. So, brother, now that you're back, we're going to read it again for your understanding. All right, and it's going to give you it's going to differentiate between Ishmael's seed line and Jacob's seed line, where you hail from. Listen. Go ahead.
Genesis 17:18. And Abraham said unto God, "Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation."
Now, mind you, 12 princes shall he beget and have a great nation. That's why when you go over to Saudi Arabia, Dubai, they have nothing but sheiks and princes and money. This is a blessing given to them by the Most High himself. He blessed them to be a great nation.
That's why that blessing is only here on earth.
That blessing is only here on earth.
In this world, passeth away.
And this world must pass away. Go ahead.
And it says, but my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
Now the covenant will he establish with Isaac. Remember Ishmael, and then there's Isaac. That's our forefather. Go ahead. He said, the Lord said, I will establish my covenants with Isaac. Go ahead.
It says, but my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. And he left off taking him, and God went up from Abraham. Let me see, hold up.
Now you had to go back up and read what that blessing was.
Yeah, kind.
So you got Ishmael's seed line. You're going to have many princes. You're going to be a great nation.
Giving them everything
You're going to give them everything in this world. Go back up.
I'm going to go to 16.
And
Sarah,
Now listen, brother. Now listen, brother.
and Sarah, I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yeah, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations, kings of people.
So look, we got Ishmael, the father of princes in a great nation. But Isaac will be the father of what? Be a father of many nations and kings. We got princes, one nation, many nation, and kings. We come from a legendary bloodline, not the meat for the dogs.
How many more verses it is? My folks told me.
All right. No, we wanted to give
I wanna get all of
we wanted to give you the difference between the two.
Yeah.
So
See,
you
the
know
difference. I know the difference.
So
the
you
difference
know
is
in
they
the-
only getting it in Israel.
Exactly. So, but our people are getting it in this world and what's to come. So why be a part of something that's going to die on this side when you can be part of something that's going to be eternal? When you already come from that bloodline, so it's already was given to you since your birth.
Already, literally your bloodline. This is your history. Why neglect your history to go follow the history and religion of another nation of people? Makes no sense. That's like me becoming a Buddhist and just going to Buddhism and culture. That's the religion of the Moab, man. The so-called Chinese and all them. Why would I partake in that? That's not my culture. That's not my religion.
Hey, brother, I got one good question for you. In the Quran is what you read, right? Now, in the Quran, right? Who is Allah's favorite people?
Israel. Children of Israel.
Whoa, hey brother.
Children
So
of
if-
Israel.
1 second, brother.
I don't understand.
I'm lost. I know you gotta go. But brother, you just said it out your own mouth. Allah's favorite people is who?
The children of Israel.
The children of Israel.
And
So
it says, oh ye children of Israel. Like he's speaking of own.
yeah, the children of
The
Israel.
children of
But guess
Israel.
what? The children of Israel is your bloodline.
Yeah.
He's not talking about Ishmael. So brother, so why would you go and be part of something that's going to lead you to death?
That don't make no sense.
It don't make no
born
sense.
in, I
So you're
wasn't born in, I didn't have to take shahada.
Listen.
I'm following the religion of my mother and my father.
And guess what? But I'm be honest with you. For you to know the knowledge that you know, you're literally denying the Most High Himself.
Oh, nah.
Absolutely.
Right on
You just did.
Day, man.
You just.
But
You
you
know
don't
the
even know.
truth.
You don't even know the Most High.
Hold on, Slaughter.
So
You said you were born a Muslim, right? You were born an Israelite, bro.
I'm
By
following
blood.
the
All right, so look.
By blood.
So look. Let's remember, it's a bloodline. The seed of many many kings and nations, or the seed of just many princes and one nation. And then guess what? This is in the Quran. This is in the Quran.
It's your book, Radon.
We're gonna read this out of the Quran, and you tell me, are you slipping or not? Go ahead.
Surah 3, 93, 94, and 95 in your book. All food that is lawful in the law revealed to Muhammad was lawful to the children of Israel, except what Israel made unlawful to themselves before the revelation of the Torah, which is the Torah is what? The first five books of the Bible.
And also the covenant, which was given only to the children of Israel.
It
Go
says, tell them, bring the Torah and recite any passage of it if you are truthful.
And if you are not truthful, then fear the fire who's foolish. You understand? That's where you at.
But how are you? Okay, hold on.
So
hold on.
no, hang on it. So it literally says that if you want to know the truth, you must go and read the Bible, which is the book of who? The children of Israel. So if you talking about you a Muslim, but even Muhammad himself is basically saying, look, man, if you really want to know the truth, you need to go learn from the Israelites, because they really got the truth.
More.
And you telling me you don't want to be part of the original Dandada?
Hold up, brother.
Go ahead. Finish.
Verse 94. Those who falsely fix lies upon Allah, despite this, are the wrongdoers. Say whatever Allah has said is true. Follow then the way of Abraham.
Follow the way of Abraham. And what did Abraham follow? Look, all right, brother. So you know it's the children of Israel. All right, brother. Now say it.
Cuddy. Hey, listen, once you hear the truth, man. Hey, what you do after that, that's on you, man. I don't want to blood is off our hands, brother.
It's nothing to say.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get right back into the
We're
topic.
gonna get back to our original topic. You know.
The importance of our salvation. So, who is that? We're trying to bring out. Now with the straight.
No,
We already
but we trying to make
Yeah,
I got second under seven. Land back.
that'll land back.
All right, so just go to second.
The wind going blow. I got it right here.
I'll tell you what, let me finish 14, and then it'll go right into that. This is Matthew.
Yo, this is dry as shit.
It is.
It's just like, it's just dry, yo. It's like, it's so dry, I can't even sweat, bro.
I'm sorry. You know I like you. That's just my nature.
So this is Matthew 7, going 13 again. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
So, no, you got it, brother.
It's easy to go down the path of destruction, man. Because what is the path of destruction? The path of wickedness. Wickedness is easy, man. It doesn't even require energy or thought to do wickedness, bro. You just do it. But doing righteousness in the wicked world requires a lot of effort, sacrifice, challenge.
Word straight goes into difficulty.
Exactly, bro.
Into the what? Straight gate or the difficult gate. Don't go the easy route. The easy route is wickedness and there's nothing but pitfalls, man.
Everybody's going.
Many go that way.
Many.
The scriptures say, following out the multitude of the evil.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
Exactly. It's very few that go down that path. And the brother about to go into that path.
And there's a reason why there's few that actually go into that path. It's because one, it's hard. Two, it's because you got these false prophets out here leading. I know, brother, trust me, I know where you at. Because we already, you know what? It's cool. But see, we proving points every time, man. All praises, call lawyer and Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, man. So it's because that path, because we have these false prophets that are ministering unto the sheep a false way, man. All right, go ahead.
Oh yeah, yep. The lamb up the brother. Verse. Perfect. Verse 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of the thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
God, so you're gonna know who the real prophets and men on the streets are because they bring forth what? Good fruit. But all the vipers and those who lead the flock astray, you know, they're going to bring forth what? Wicked fruit, because they're from a wicked tree. They were taught from a wicked tree, so their fruit is going to be wicked. Like the brother, the brother that was just up here, you know, he said he was born into Islam, right, from his mother and father. Guess what? That is a wicked tree, bearing a what? A wicked fruit. And the only, in mind you, can a wicked tree, now can a wicked tree bear good fruit? No. And then can a righteous tree bear wicked fruit? No. But the only way that a wicked fruit can be redeemed is through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's why the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, sent us out here, those of the right fruit, right? To what? Bring it forth even more fruit. All right? But you go ahead, bring it out.
Yeah, 7. Start at 14.
Bro, better get together, baby. I mean,
It's second Esdras 7. It's ran back off the brother. Second Esdras 7 and 3. It says, I'm gonna start at 2. It says, and he said unto me, Up Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then he said unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. Put the case, the entrance were narrow like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and rule it?
So it says the kingdom of heaven is equating the kingdom of heaven. Read that again, brother.
I didn't go into that.
Yeah, it's gonna go into it.
It says, verse 4 again. But put the case, the entrance were narrow like a river.
So the entrance, just like the brother just brought out, that the entrance to the kingdom of heaven is a straight gate or difficult path, right? Right here it says that it's a narrow path, man. It's a narrow path. So mind you, this one, it's like this. A multitude can't run into the kingdom of heaven. It's gonna be one at a time. Like, you better tread lightly, bro, or you're gonna fall. Go ahead.
It says, who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? It says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. God. Stop me whenever. Stop it at every verse.
Let's keep going, brother.
It says, verse 7, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
God, and this is America, man, because we're literally surrounded by wickedness. And mind you, there's only one straight and narrow path into the kingdom of heaven, but we're set in a dangerous place. And we can see the kingdom from far off, right? And there's only one path to get there. There's not many paths to get to the kingdom of heaven. You got to enter ye into the straight gate. No shortcuts. No man can save you and pull you in. That's why I said seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yeah, we are a body, and we try to uplift each other. Iron sharpens iron. We try to keep each other, keep each other whole and grounded in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Go ahead.
It's verse 7. Salaki, it's verse 8. And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could only but one man go there at once.
One man at a time, one behind the other. Straight and narrow gate. Difficulty, man. That if you look to the left and you lose balance, you're going to fall into that what? Wickedness, that pit, aka America. All right, go ahead.
Verse 9, it says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive the inheritance?
God. So basically, the Lord ain't just about to the Lord wants to give us the kingdom. It's the Lord's good pleasure to give the kingdom unto the children of Israel. But he also saying, look, man, all the fuck ups you did in your past lives, your forefathers, no, you gotta earn it. And how do you earn it? You gotta go through that what? Difficulty, man.
Fire.
You gotta go through that. You gotta endure. You gotta go through that adversity, man.
You gotta prove yourself. Prove that you're worthy.
We gonna get into that stuff.
Many are called, few are chosen.
I'm not going to stop. I don't think keep going. It's all.
Keep going, brother.
At the end of the day, bro, you gotta have faith that you're gonna do the shit.
Do
the work. It's that simple.
But mind you, 9 times out of 10, as long as you doing this work with sincerity, truth and sincerity, guess what? 9 times out of 10, you are part of the elect. The Lord told us to put on like the elect, right? And we are, and only the elect are going to do this work. Also, we are also put into the lot that we're supposed to be put in the end times. So more than likely, if you are in this lot, whether you're a believer, a supporter, or a teacher, that is the lot you were meant to be in this end times, man. So we are all rightfully in our right spots, man. All right?
Man, the spirit I be in, bro, at the end of the day, whatever the Lord God has stored for me is what the Lord God has stored for me.
But that's how you gotta move.
As long as he redeems the children of Israel, bro, and puts the world back in its proper form, that's all that
whatever
matters.
the Lord,
humble as hell.
no, and that's,
Whatever it is.
because and that's a righteous way to think,
It's
because
bigger than just individuals.
Exactly.
It's bigger than just me.
and that's beautiful what the brother just said, because that's a righteous way to think, because the Lord's will is going to be the Lord's will, whether he puts us to death or not.
I'm shooting for the All-Star
We
team.
will shoot for the All-Star team.
I'm a ball out so I can, you know what I mean? So I
How
can,
much you drop? I'm
you know
asking
what I mean?
30.
But hey, if I don't make it, you know what I mean? As long as, you know what I mean, my team get to the gym, bro.
You might not
that's all
step
that
on the
matters.
court, but you still gonna get a ring sitting on the bench.
And
You
Khan,
know what I mean?
and that's the that's the parable of the penny.
Khan.
That's
That's beautiful.
beautiful.
bro.
That's the parable of the penny.
That's beautiful.
All right, but let the brother get
Go
that.
ahead, bro.
Yeah, 2 Timothy 2:10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahweh Shah with eternal glory.
That's literally what the brother just said. You know, the brother just read that again, brother. That's beautiful.
Yep, 2 Timothy 2:10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahweh Shah with eternal glory.
So literally, we are striving to help seal the elect, whether the Lord wants to put us to death after we do it or not. We strive for the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We strive to put things in its rightful order, right? And that's how we got to think, man. That's humble. That's humble, right? Even in the scriptures, it says, "Don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will worry about itself." So all we need to be doing is what? Matthew 6 chapter is what?
We can do now.
All Matthew.
All Matthew, bro. He said,
Everybody to
Right,
the
right, because what did the Lord say in Matthew?
How the birds eat.
So that's in Matthew 6 chapter. So because what did the Lord say? He said, "Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and everything else shall be added unto you." God, at the very bottom.
I'm getting a little nice,
Nah, bro.
nice.
Bro, we ain't repeat. He just quoted. It's all Matthew.
All Matthew. But you see how the Spirit, you see how the Spirit told us to read what?
Yeah, Matthew.
It's because look at this, man. Because what is our sole purpose out here? Our sole purpose out here is what? It's to help mend the what? The brokenhearted. It's to edify, uplift, and also and bid to the marriage. Bring in the sheep. Bring in what? Good fruit. The Lord said, the Lord let us know. He said, "Look, man, if you're going to pick up the cross and follow me, understand these things. Understand the parables I say unto you. Understand what your actual purpose is for." He told the apostles, right? The prophets, don't worry about the clothes on you. Don't bring coats with you. Don't worry about the food. Don't pack up anything. Just go and do the bidding. And guess what? If you believe and have faith, I'm going to feed you. I'm going to clothe you. I'm going to give you. I got something. Beautiful. What you got, brother? It's all in the spirit, man. It's all in the spirit.
We got John next, right?
Yeah, we're going to knock
And
that.
that's what one of the men said to Yahweh Shai too. He said, "Hey, Lord, I want to follow you wherever you dwell."
Yep.
And Yahweh
He
Shai-
said, what he said? He said, go ahead.
He said, Yahweh Shai said, "Listen, bro, I don't even have no place to lay my
that's
head.
not-
Boxes
I
have
just-
holes,
boxes
that's
have
dens.
holes.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
go to and fro doing the work. So if you want to follow me,
Look, Yahweh Shai falling asleep on ships, falling asleep in the mountains,
Taking naps, waking up.
Hey,
Sleeping in the forest and shit, getting down to
That's the reason Matthew said to the nigga, so are you ready to take a cup? I drink from the beast. He said, are you ready to be sure that you're the tribulation I'm going?
The lady that asked, they actually sit on the right hand and on the left. Yeah, bring that out. Bring it out, huh?
you have to bear your cross.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
You're willing to bear all of the temptation, the indignation, the trouble, the affliction,
nobody comes
possible death, violence,
Swallow the whole
pain.
bowl.
All that to follow Yahweh Shai. What? What did Yahweh Shai say? If you do that, because the disciples asked him, he said, "Lord, if we sell all we have, we follow you, what shall we get?" He said, "Everything you lose on this side, you're going to get sevenfold again." forth.
Slide back,
Everybody
slide back,
who uses house,
No.
Slide it back.
brethren, wives, children.
No. You're not with brothers.
I shall make you judges of men. All right, you'll sit on the throne judge the 12 tribes of Israel. Man. That's what you're going to have if you follow
Got it?
Yahweh.
Yeah.
What you got, brother?
Yeah, just gonna bring out that account. Right here. This was somebody who wrote that.
Matthew 20. Matthew 20 and Matthew 20 and Matthew 20 and 20. Then came to him the mother of Zebedee, children with her sons, worshiping him, and desiring a certain thing of him. And he said unto her, What thou not? He said unto her, What wilt thou? She said unto him, Grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on my right hand and the one on the left, in thy kingdom. But Yahweh answered, saying, Ye not know what ye ask. Are you able to drink the cup that I should drink of? To be baptized with the baptism I am baptized with? They say unto him, We are able. So he said unto them, Ye shall drink indeed of my cup and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left, it is not to give, but it shall be given unto them who prepare of my Father. There you go. Right. He's saying it's not about me, it's about the Father.
She ain't really willing to do the that cup. No,
You don't want that
I want that
You don't want that story. Now, but mind you, we took the cup. Because we have to be what? Willing to what? Give up our bodies as a living sacrifice. Because it's our reasonable service. Right? Because we're trying to take the path of that straight and narrow. We're trying to take the straight and narrow path. So it's a reasonable sacrifice, man. And that's the mindset you got to be in, what Paul said. You know? That's actually beautiful, brother. I'll just get that real quick. I got it. Matthew 6, 25.
Not agree.
You say like, are you bring this bird?
Yeah, but we just kind of quoted that. We don't need that right now.
I like 5 verses.
Go ahead, finish those verses. Hold down, finish the verses.
All right, it's back in 2 Ezra 7 and 10. It says, and I say, I'm going to hit 9 again, bring it back. It says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
You got to earn it. Go ahead.
And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. It says,
Because it said that, going into what that broad city that's considered part of Broadville, that's Israel's portion, man. And when you go into Sirach 17:17, it goes into it and it says, I have set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel, because the children of Israel is the Lord's portion. So the Lord created all people on the earth, but only Israel is his portion.
Just come.
32 going to that too, right, Ronnie?
Deuteronomy 32 is, I've set the bounds of Sirach 17:17 says that I have set a ruler over all the people.
Oh, okay.
But Israel is the Lord's portion.
But that's also cut to even the Muslim brother, because we are what? The seed of the promise, right? And we're going to get what? We're the Lord's portion. And it says that city and set into the field, right? It's Israel's portion, which is the kingdom of heaven.
So we are the Most High's greatest possession. And the Most High gave us the kingdom, which is going to be our greatest possession.
God, this is the lot of his inheritance.
Exactly. Oh, you have more than that, right?
Victor Aaron, hey, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom. Any precepts up there?
He just said, all praise Yahweh.
All praise Yahweh. Shalom.
it's back in 2 Ezra 7 and 12. It says, then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, but full of perils and very painful. For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. It says, if then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, then it says they can never receive those that are laid up for them. That's it.
That speaks for itself. So if you wanna get to the treasures that are laid up in heaven, if you wanna get that new spiritual body, immortality, and be rulers over the nations.
This is the pavement. This is the pavement. Please don't touch it. No problem. Sorry. Yes, sir.
All right.
Hey, with the scripture say, this is why you apply the scripture. Song means to turn away wrath, man. I could have got on her, yo, fuck you. But now I said, hey, respectfully, I just asked that you go around. And with exactly what she said, hey, you know what? You out of respect, I'm gonna go around. Apply the scripture, man. I could have easily got on her.
You could have easily.
He was there.
But you know what?
Show by example.
That's beautiful, huh?
I wish I said, only them that be as a little child again to get that inheritance. Hey, you gotta be harmless. Dove, but why does the serpent?
What is this say? Matthew,
You know what that demon had on them?
Somebody smoke you on the left needle, let him smoke you on the right.
Dirty ass needle.
Not physically, but you know what I mean?
But your brother, you handled that beautifully. Right. But guess what? The angels that camping around those that fear the Lord, man. That demon wasn't going to be able to touch us. No, you handled it perfectly.
And that's beautiful too because we got shit to do. We got time to
We got time to deal with that.
So I saw put you away wrath. That was beautiful.
That was it. That was it on that? I'm in the spirit. I mean, I don't need it. The Lord said, I'm going to put the words in thy mouth.
Commander.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 2 Corinthians 4. Let's start at 16. It says, for which cause we faint not, but though our though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Inward man. How is the inward man renewed day by day? By doing what? Feeding the spirit. How do you feed the spirit?
Being in the spirit, reading,
studying,
talking to the brothers,
bounding in the spirit,
bounding in holy conversation.
Doing videos.
That
Talking
inward,
about the
He's
Lord.
even just speaking about the Lord, man.
that inward man is who the Lord created you to ultimately be if you are the elect.
Because we might have the chains of darkness upon us, but the spirit is right and eternal.
Unless you speak, the spirit is willing.
Beautiful.
Verse 17, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. At the end of the day, our light affliction, it worketh so much more than what you can see. Alright, because like the brother went into it, we have to overcome those tribulations, we have to overcome the challenges of that straight and narrow path in order to inherit that city. And what y'all don't realize is, you think the kingdom of heaven is the reward? No. The kingdom of heaven is a byproduct of the reward. What is the true salvation? Those new bodies.
Exactly.
That's the true salvation, because even in this world, if we were to inherit those spiritual bodies in this world, we would just be gods on earth. Which we will be, but I'm just saying, even in the wicked world, we would just be like Supermans running around with no kryptonite.
Listen, can't get hurt, can't perish, no broken bones, not being able to be weary, not getting tired. Don't really have to eat. Eating is for pleasure.
For pleasure, man.
Don't need to sleep, but sleeping will be for pleasure.
The kingdom of heaven is literally a side effect of the salvation. It's like, all right, your salvation is this spiritual body. And here are the benefits that come. Think about it. You get a job, right? You get a job.
They always give you
They give you your job. Your job is, senior project manager, and you have your salary. But under your salary, right? Which your salary is your new body. You have benefits. A comprehensive benefit package. You have 401k pension, life insurance, dental, medical,
Quarterly bonuses,
bonuses.
plus uncapped commission, 22 to 30 days of PTO guaranteed,
Yep.
sick days,
Yep.
company car, yo, bro,
Tuition reimbursement.
and that company car is what?
Chariot, man.
So basically, like you say, if we were to get these bodies on earth, by default, the saints are going to take the kingdom.
It's
Yeah.
gonna take the
Which
kingdom,
is-
bro.
and-
It doesn't matter.
There's no other way around it.
Either way, the kingdom of heaven is going to be established. Because
And-
we get the bodies, even if it don't come down, we're going to go around perishing, destroying all wickedness. And then guess what's going to happen to the earth? It's naturally. But we got spiritual power, so we can just.
brother, and I like how you put that. But how do you first get the job? You must what? Interview. And the best will get those benefits, which is that straight
Hey,
and narrow.
you got to interview. Sometimes you got to take a skills evaluation.
Yo, bro.
You got to do a drug and background
You
check.
know me in football. Me in football right now. We in a working contract.
Yep.
After we prove yourself, then we gonna get them big millions.
You get signed, man.
And you get signed to that team, man. First guarantee. That and what we're trying to do is be signed to that first string.
We in OTAs right now. We trying to make the team.
We're trying to make that 144,000 roster.
That's the goal, man. 144 at the end of the day.
that's the
That's
goal.
the true goal.
That's the
because
true goal.
The 144 are going to be so
Woo!
sad.
I love
Yo, the
Yo,
144,000, bro.
so sad apart. It's gonna be like the elect 1/3 gonna be like cute. We're gonna have a crazy heat, but the 144 gonna be like just they're gonna be like
1/3 still first fruit.
they're the first one.
Yeah, the 1/3 gonna be good.
It's just
But
that the
you
144 are gonna be like
remember, the 144 are the future rulers.
Yeah, y'all men. Yeah, y'all
they're
men.
the authority.
And those are the ones that are going to be called friends with Yahweh Shai. Hey, you serving my friend.
Walking side by side, drink wine with it.
Exactly. And mind you, and that's what we strive for, man.
We will be the ones that the Lord send to do certain missions. These are
The whole league to get drafted.
Let's get back into it, man. But beautiful, I love to see you, brother, spirit shining right now, man.
God that coming, man.
Look, I got it in Mark 55.
Yeah, get it.
And then I got the
Every Saturday,
he held his peace.
Yeah,
And then Isaiah 42, Isaiah 42:14. Somebody can hold that. Con. All right, so this is
I'm a twin.
yeah, we right back in it, bro.
Right back in it,
My
man.
fingers sweating.
Man, we at war right now, man.
Con.
And we delight in swinging our sword.
Con. All right, so this is the book of Mark. It's the book of Mark 14 and 50. I'm gonna start at 55. Hold up. God. It's Mark 14 and 55. It says, and the chief priests and all the council sought for witness against Yahushua to put him to death and found none.
Yep. Hey, so the chief priests and all of them, they were trying to find witnesses and accounts of where they could justify in killing Yahweh Shai, but they couldn't find them. Right?
It says, for many bear false witness against him, but their witness agreed not together.
Exactly. So they bear false witnesses saying he did all these things. What did the Pharisees say to Yahweh Shai? Oh, you cast out devils in the name of Beelzebub. Oh, he does this. He's against the kingdom of heaven. He's destroying the temple. All these different
You
things.
must look at Matthew. Satan cast out Satan. That's the account they talk about.
You gotta grab it.
I mean,
You gotta point it. I was just using it. That was just a
Never mind.
false witness.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But
It's verse 57. And there arose certain and bare false witness against him, saying, we heard him say, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and within 3 days I will build another made without hands. And they didn't even understand
they didn't
that.
understand it.
You know what I mean?
Yep. They had not that eye saw, man. They had ears, but they're not eyes and see not.
That's just Jake though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
But
doing it
you also got to remember, these were supposed to be great men,
Right.
right? That's why the Lord said, the meek shall inherit the earth. The lowly, the humble. You know?
What is the wisdom of this world is foolishness. Welcome, Power Friend.
Go ahead.
It's verse 58. Mark 14, 58. It says, Salaki, 59. But neither so did their witness agree together. And the high priest stood up in the midst and asked Yahushua, saying, and answering thou nothing? What? It says, what is it which these witness against thee? but he held his peace and answered nothing.
Yahushua held his peace and answered nothing. When you dive more into the accounts, Yahushua said nothing, man. The whole time they were interrogating him, questioning him, he said nothing, man. He held his peace. I think there's only one thing he said when I think it was Pontius Pilate asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And he said, "I'll say it. I'll say it."
He said it.
Hey, and then after that, he said not a word all the way up until he got to the cross when he set up his prayer against the ghost. So Yahushua held his peace. And what did they do? We're going to what they did to him. Yep.
So if you read Matthew 24 and 30, it says exactly that. But it says something different here. This is Mark 14 and 61. It says, but he held his peace and answered nothing. Again the high priest asked him and said unto him, art thou Hamashiach, the Son of the Blessed? And Yahushua said, I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. So this is Mark's version. But Matthew 24 and 30 says, thou sayest. Yeah. All right, so this is verse 63. Then the high priest rent his clothes and said, what need we any further witnesses? Ye have heard the blasphemy. What think ye? And all they condemned him to be guilty of death. It says, and some began to spit on him, and to cover his face, and to buffet him, and to say unto him, prophesy. And the servants did strike him with palms of their hands. So they were smacking him.
Say like in Matthew.
Yeah, y'all they just worded different.
Bro, mind you, what makes this so crazy is even the Sadducees and Pharisees heard of the fame of Yahushua. He was going around healing cities and multitudes, the blind, the paraplegic, the freaking deaf, the lunatics, those vexed with spirits. So they knew who he was, and even at his lowest point, they had the nerve to even put their hands on him. Bro, I want to put my hands on those who touch Yahushua, man. Guess what? That's Yahushua's glory, because he's coming back to do what?
Revelations 1 and 7.
I mean,
all right, so this is it's back in Mark 14 and 66. It says, and as Peter was beneath the palace, there cometh one of the maids of the high priest. Did you want to keep going? Or that was the point?
No, that was the point. I was looking for it because I was looking for something different. But that was the point. They mocked and scoffed at him. They put thorns, a crown of thorns on him, put him in slack cloth, and they mocked him. Oh, is this the king of the Jews? They bowed down to him. Just mocking him, man. But Yahushua did what? He held his peace, man. All right, he held his peace, but guess what? Yahushua ain't gonna hold his peace much longer, man. He's gonna come back. He's gonna raise war and vengeance against all the people, man. Especially them that pierced him.
Not as a man.
for edification, you can bring it up. But then, brother, grab that, and then we're going to switch over to. It's going to tie into our next gear.
And just to land this really quickly, was also a cut. Multiple throughout the whole New Testament. If you notice, especially in Matthew, it always keeps saying this and that, until the Son of Man come with his holy angels to go do his thing. They just keep saying the same thing.
Cut.
Yup, it's a cut. That's
Real quick. We're about to transition over to that side.
All right, look, this is Mark 15 and 1. And straightway in the morning, the chief priests held a consultation with the elders and scribes and the whole council, and bound Yahushua and carried him away and delivered him to Pilate. And Pilate asked him, art thou the king of the Jews? And he answered and said unto him, thou sayest it. And the chief priests accused him of many things, but he answered nothing.
He held his peace.
He held his peace, man. And then after that, man, Yahushua ain't said nothing to these boys, man. Went to the cross, and the last thing he said was basically send up and cry to the Lord, you know, saying, my God, why have you forsaken me? And then gave up the ghost, man. And then it's going to transition to this, because that was that time, but now we're coming into the time where Yahushua is about to turn up on you people. He's not going to refrain his tongue anymore, man.
Isaiah 42, starting at 14. No, 13. Let Yahushua go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war.
Hey, and with the Yahushua, how was Yahushua when he first came on the earth, man?
Yep.
Hey, like he told us to be. Wise as serpents, harmless as dove. Yahushua ain't touch a soul, man. All he did was heal people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know he's spirit.
He healed the people, man. He came as although he said I come not to send peace, he came in a peaceful manner. All right, he came in a peaceful spirit. He came not to do no harm on anybody. He basically came with a strategic mission to set all the pieces in the right place. All right.
Yep, it says, he shall cry, yeah, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
Yep, he's going to cry. He's going to prevail against his enemies, man.
He went from holding. I'm just adding on to this brother.
The next verse, we go right into it.
He went from holding his peace and holding his tongue and barely saying anything, and now he's going to give off a war cry when he comes back.
Brother, it's lucky, yo. Just thinking like, yo, that's peace and safety. This side of destruction.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
no,
Yep.
on that other side.
Yep.
That's wild.
I'm so confused on what Christianity talking about.
Bro,
They don't read none of this shit.
because Christians don't read the Bible.
What's somebody say? Peace and love and destruction. Whoa,
Oh, that's the wrong page.
I come to bring division.
Isaiah 42 and 14. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself.
Hey, long time has he holding his peace, man. Because when Yahushua, all the things that the Pharisees and the scribes and all the and Pontius Pilate, Herod, all these great men that came up against Yahushua to try to condemn him, put him to death. All right, he held his peace and he refrained himself, man. All right,
Just flee to the next
he would
city.
just flee to the next city. He would
Go to the mountains.
give you a little bit here and leave you alone, man. He never really gave them the time of day, you know.
When he could have called down legions.
Legions of angels, which like he said before, man. Go ahead.
It says, I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once.
Hey, he will cry like a travailing woman, man. A travailing woman, a woman who's in labor, man. Imagine a woman in labor. She, the Lord gonna come back with like a man of war.
Man of war,
like
yeah.
war, man. He's gonna come back, bro. Words can't describe it.
He's gonna come back and love all of us and save all of us.
Where do you,
All right.
hey, woe to you that desire the day of the Lord, man. Because you know not what the day of the Lord is, man. We know what we worship, but you know not, man.
And if you contrary to popular belief, it's darkness and not
Not
light.
light.
Verse 15, I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs. And I will make the rivers islands and I will dry up the pools.
Hey, it's gonna be so much fire, destruction. Heat is gonna, bro. He's gonna legit take the life out of this place, man. Because ultimately, he has to heat this place up and purify it for the beauty for when his people shall inherit the kingdom.
Matter of fact, perfect metaphor. After forest fires, what happens? After a volcano erupts, what happens?
I remember in
Godzilla movie, man.
at the end of the movie, it was showing all these.
Yeah, he was saying that too. The guy was saying like, yo, maybe these creatures were sent by God as a way to purify the earth.
Yeah.
Because they bring destruction, but after they leave, everything behind them, everything is beautiful and more refreshed. You know what I mean?
Oh, another John.
Yeah, well, not Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla before that.
The one with it was the one with Dora.
And the lady said, listen,
Godzilla King of Monsters.
yeah, see, the lady was like, you do anything, the earth will die. That's why he's running out.
To purify the earth, man, and renew it. Because hey, believe it or not, although the earth is not too small, it's too populated with wickedness, man. So the Lord has to depopulate this earth of the wickedness. First the people, and then he's going to depopulate all the wicked things that y'all have yielded, all the fruit that y'all have beared.
That's why it says the world today is for many, but the world comes to you.
All right?
That's the scripture.
Got that, John.
I got something bad here.
No, Isaiah.
No, Christ Revelation.
1 to 7.
Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him.
Hey, going into reincarnation, all right? Because it's showing you that the very men that pierced Yahushua, they're likely to be men of high renown and high status here on this earth. It's very possible, very likely, right?
Oh no, they're here.
I think it's safe to assume. No, I mean, but I'm saying that they're very likely they're men of high renown, probably top military personnel, top commanders of the CIA. All, you know what I mean?
But that makes sense. So it caused more of a shameful situation.
Exactly. So then those very men are going to see Yahweh Shai, you know? When he comes back in his power and his glory, and he's going to, they're going to have that vexation of spirit, man.
Which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen.
Exactly, man. Everybody's going to wail, man. The earth is going to be one big multitude. All right, specifically America, but all places in the world are going to be touched because it's wickedness all across the world, man. First, you're going to have the ICBM missiles that destroy America, and then Yahweh Shah is going to come with his angels to wage war. But the chariots are going to get sent to the four corners of the earth. The chariots are going to go rescue the remnant of Israel, all right, the elect, and they're going to destroy wicked lands, the wicked people, the idols, all the idols that you people have erected, all right, all your so-called temples, sanctuaries, all that shit is getting destroyed, man.
Look at Ishmael laughing. You're doing God terrible that, man. They're going to defeat that motherfucker. That's him? That was dope. They're going to roast that motherfucker like a pig, man. Eat that motherfucker.
Sugar water, Gatorade.
You got something?
What you got?
Let me get that shit.
Hold on. What you got?
Matthew 24 and 2.
Yeah, I got a second Thessalonians 1. I was about to get that. You got it.
Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
And Yahweh Shai first came as a man. So this time around, he's coming back as an angelic celestial force.
He's going to be transfigured,
As we just read.
as we just read,
into his new glorious body.
Matthew 17th chapter to be exact.
Brother, you know what, brothers? I looked up the word glorious, which we know, but it goes into magnificent, it goes into amazing, and the best one, immortal.
Immortal, man. So that body, hey, that mortality must put on immortality, man. So Yahweh Shai is not coming back to man. All right, the best thing you people can think about is Yahweh Shai coming back as an evil Superman. You know, Brightburn, man.
Take the
for real, the boy, Black Adam, for real.
Black Adam is Black Adam.
Black Adam special. But all right, go ahead.
Black Adam. Black Adam was, I mean,
Black Adam was good.
he was lit, but
his main mentality is scattered. Right?
yeah, he was on some like that bullshit.
He was with vengeance.
Yeah, he was a bad boy. He's
It's
like,
like, you did this, well, I'm going to do that.
I like Brightburn.
there's no need. There's no need for violence. To always
They
the
just didn't show enough of Brightburn. They need to do a sequel to that because that was hard. Because at the very end, when they showed them going around destroying the cities, he went up to the plane, saw the plane, man, destroyed the plane. Then in the credits, the credits and it was coming, they was just destroying the cities and towns, bro.
I'm gonna get you real quick now. Yeah. 2 Thessalonians, it's gonna be perfect. Watch this. 2 Thessalonians 1, starting at 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord Yahweh Shah shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, in flaming fire taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shah.
Yep. Hey, and that's what we're going into first and foremost,
then boom.
2/3 of our people. Because Yahweh said that vengeance shall start at my house. So the Most High is first going to cast vengeance on his people, and then he's going to destroy the heathen. Because you need to test it. Ultimately, it's mercy. Which way you people want to look at it, it's mercy. Because the Most High said that he doesn't delight in the destruction of his people. He ultimately wants to see his people be righteous, all right, and live.
Get that,
but
before you get that,
people are
go
so
ahead and
far
say it.
gone. I was legit. I'm reading that. Hey, so you people are so far gone that there's no redeeming you. So the only way to sanctify you or to bring you back to life, make you whole, is to put you down and bring you back renewed, all right, in the kingdom of heaven. You're going to the left. You know? If you can receive it.
Go get that. Isaiah 1, starting at 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth. For Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have spoken, I have nourished and brought up the children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know. My people doeth not consider.
Hey, Israel don't even consider who they are. Like the king that was just up here, man. He knew Muslim his whole life, but he knew that the Most High's favorite people were the children of Israel. He knew that the children of Israel were the seed of the promise. He knew that the Quran said that if you want to know the truth, go back to the Abraham's religion. But he didn't consider that, damn, maybe this is my people. Maybe I should just go to the source. Why should I even have
He admitted he was a son of Jacob.
Yeah, why get a hand-me-down when you can get the real thing?
Watered down.
You know what confuses me to go quick with the brother? Is the fact that Muslims know that Allah's favorite people are Israelites. So why not get with the best team then?
Why not get with the Israelites? Why
That's
you know what?
if you're an
Let me
Israelite.
follow the ways of the Israelites and the Israelites religion, man.
Whatever. Yep, this is Isaiah 1 and 4. A simple nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are going away backward. Why should ye be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart
Okay,
faints.
so the Most High is not, he's done with the whole cycle of putting us into slavery, bringing us back up, putting us into slavery again, bringing us back up. He's done because it's like, you know what? Why you people are never going to get it. I have to put you down and bring you back home, man. So the Most High is done. This is our last captivity, all right? He has his select men and women and children that he's going to deliver that have the spirit to get right. He's going to bring us up and deliver us, and then the rest of you he's going to put to death, man. He's going to put you out of your misery. He's going to put you in a very painful death so that you feel this in your spirit for all eternity. So that if you, well, you're not going to be able to, but you're always going to look at that shame, and that's going to be a token of your wickedness, all right? So you'll never do wickedness no more, all right? Even though in the kingdom you'll have the body, you'll have the word, your inward part, you'll still be eternal damnation, all right? The whole head is sick, man.
Shalom, shalom. And I'm glad the brother brought that out. The whole head is sick. Because the first thing the brother was bringing out was the fact that with Yahweh Shah coming back, what is he also going to do? He's also going to separate the what? The wheat from the tares, right? All right, so the wicked from the righteous, right? Right? The Lord also said he's going to start, as the brother said, he's going to start at his house first, and then 2/3 of our people must be cut off for mercy and die. Because he has to cleanse everything. And then when they come back through the loins, it will be renewed. Right? All right. Still had finish that?
I ate like 1 or 2 more pieces.
Go ahead.
I got the sickle. What do you need?
Yeah.
Finish. I don't know if
No, we don't need that right now.
Isaiah 1 and 6 says, from the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it. But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. That's all.
Man.
no healing them.
There's just no healing them. So the Lord got to do that mercy kill and cut off 2/3 of our people. But and we love our people, but 2/3 have to go because if 2/3 stay, we're going to be stuck in this side. We're going to be stuck on in Esau's kingdom, man. So the Lord has to do away with the 2/3, and then He's going to start to cleanse the rest of the earth, man. All right.
It's a filtration system. The Lord's moving.
That's Isaiah 1 starting at 2.
Caught up. Yeah.
It's Joel 3 and 13. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
Now, why is the Lord putting thee in the sickle? Because the harvest is right. Because He's not holding His tongue anymore. He's not holding Himself. He's not holding back anymore. Now the Lord is all about war, judgment. War and judgment. It's time to get busy.
A lot of anger built
It's
up.
a lot of anger built up. He like, yo, man, it's time to go. So guess what? Go ahead.
It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
And the harvest is right goes twofold. The harvest is what? To save the children of Israel, the elect in the 1/3. And also the harvest is right because the wickedness is so polluted the earth. So the Lord will have to hew it down. He's going to have to cut it down. What did the Lord say about the wicked? He said he's going to have to cut it off. Cut it down. Go ahead.
Damn, a sickle.
The sickle is what? What is a death angel use?
A reaper.
A reaper
the grain.
is a what? It's cut. Exactly. Go ahead.
Continuing at 13. It says, come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
Their wickedness is great. The harvest is ripe. It's time to cut it all off. Like the brother said. The Lord held his peace but he's no longer holding his peace because why? The harvest is ripe. It's that time, man. Action Jackson, man. It's time to get busy. All right, go ahead.
It says, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision.
In the valley of decision is what? It's the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right? When the Lord will wage, Yahweh Shai himself is coming back with his full armada, the holy angels, his army, to wage war with the earth. Right? Go ahead.
The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Yahweh shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel.
Man. So right there, so even though the reward is coming, and the reward, like we always bring out, goes two ways, man. Those are going to be rewarded for wickedness, and those that are going to be rewarded for righteousness. And Yahweh is sending Yahweh Shai back to save his people, right? The elect and the 1/3. But at the same time, it's twofold. He's also coming back to wage war with the earth and then hew down the wicked with a death scythe. Put them all to death, man, to cleanse the earth, man. The filter between the wheat and the tares, man. All right? And that's the end all be all. That's literally what we're looking forward to. That's why it says in the scriptures, what is the day of the Lord unto you? All right? Like, do you really want the day of the Lord? Because if you're not on the right side, if you're not on the right side of this war, you don't want the day of the Lord.
You don't even know what the day of the Lord consists of, man. That's why I was going to say, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Y'all don't even know what it entails, man. Y'all just blindly going through something because y'all just, it's just taught in your religion. You know what I mean? Y'all have no clue of what y'all even praising or worshiping or asking.
This is the wheat right here. Isaiah 26:20 and 21. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
So the Lord says, hide thyself into thy chambers. And when it's talking about chambers, it's talking about the chariots, right? Because the Lord's indignation, which means righteous anger, is going rampant at this point. ICBM missiles are freaking coming down all over this place. Already pestilence and war and famine have already been wiped through. But the Lord is like, look, man, now bring down a hellfire on this place, man. So he's telling his people, hey, hide thyself in thy chambers until the indignation, the righteous anger of the Lord passes. Because you don't want to be caught up in that. All right, go ahead.
And this will be the tares. This is 26 and 21.
So that's the wheat. And then what are the tares?
For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
It shall no more cover slain. So the tares are the wicked. The tares are the wicked, man. So you don't want to you want to be caught. You want to be on the right side of this thing. You don't want to be on the left side of this thing, because the left will be left.
Left is going
The left will be left. The left will be left. The left will be left. But the right are going to be what? In thy chambers.
I'm saying, man, if you don't get right, you get left.
You're going to get left.
The same word spelled the same way. Different things.
Time, man. Time. What you got? That was it. Time. Time. You said that a sick on the harvest is right. Time, man.
Then it ended off with the Lord just showing up.
Time, man. So you brethren, Akim and Akwak need to understand that there's a straight and narrow path even to the kingdom of heaven. And straight, like you brought out earlier, is a difficult path. But if you are willing to take that path, the reward is far greater than you could ever imagine. But if you don't even attempt to take that path, you will be left. The left will be left. It's as simple as that, man. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. Revelations 19, starting at 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
This is another depiction of Yahweh Shai coming out of the sky, man. Coming back. He said, I behold a white horse. And Jim? So I can read it again?
Yep. Revelations 19, in 11, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
And what, listen, in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. Right? And who is this? This is Yahweh Shai, man. His name is a Nomen Omen, meaning the Savior. The Savior. Right? He's coming back to wage war and to give judgment upon the earth. Go ahead.
And it says, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
And the reason why he had many crowns on his head is because he's coming and take all the kingdoms unto himself. Because he is the ruler, the King of Kings. He's going to rule the entire earth and all nations. All right, go ahead.
And it says, and he had a name written that no man knew, but he himself. The
elect will know. Go ahead.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh.
And his name is called the Word of Yahweh. And who was with Yahweh in the beginning? The Word. Right? And who was the Word? Yahweh Shai. This is another indication that guess what? It's all coming full circle, man. All coming forward. He's not holding his peace no more, and he's coming back. And his whole vesture, basically his garment, is dipped in blood. Why? Because the harvest is ripe. Meaning the wickedness is as far exceeded through the earth, but now the Lord must come and cut it all out. All right, go ahead.
It says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, and clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
So the righteous, the angels, those that have pleased the Lord, are coming with them to help do his bidding, man, to wage war. Also, to gather the elect from the four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. He shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he turneth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
So Elijah even says in the scripture, all those that don't want me to rule over them, bring them before me and slay them. Right? It says that the Lord is going to rule the earth with a rod of iron, man. An almighty fist. That there is no going to be no he say, she say, hey, this is what it is, and if you're not with it, you're going to be put to death. Simple as that, man. That is a king. An omnipotent king, all powerful, all knowing, man. A man of war. A righteous king. And this is what we serve, man. What?
Last one. It says, and he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
King of Kings and Lord of Lords, man. All right. So with that, hopefully this was edifying. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kadosh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles that taught the truth. Shalom to all you conscious and pushing the right to the four corners of the earth, trying to kill the elect to bring Yahweh Shai back sooner, so we get up out of this wicked kingdom and establish our own, man. Shalom.